Welcome. I wanted to show you briefly the functionality of the document management system, which is managing the MDP documents Montagne du Parc. First of all, we'll have to log into the system, of course. I'll do that. That will take me to my dashboard. In my dashboard I can see sites that are interesting for me. I can see activities. Let's look at everyone's activities. Is there things happening? Yes, people are joining the system here. Documents have changed and tasks that I would have assigned in the workflow. Let us have a look at the MDP system. You can see a number of menu options here. I'm just moving to Montagne du Parc and to see all the documentation present. In this case, I am a contractor. That is my role. I'm a contractor of AIB Vincent. So that means I will have documents accessible to me. I can see documents in all those folders. I can't see documents in the other folders. I can see the other folders of the other contractors, like Eiffage, but I can only see documents for my own company, which is AIB Vincent. You can just click on folders, of course, to have a look at them. Here you can see a view, a more technical view of many data linked to a document. I have 3 documents, all 3 are pictures. They have a version label. They have an indication whether this is the last version of a document or not. It's not in this case, it's the case for those 2 documents. They have a title, they have an engineering discipline, building block, the level, document type, serial numbers, etc. You can just browse through those properties by yourself. Let's have a look at one of those documents. That's the picture of the Petronas Twin Tower. You can see it here. It has been modified by one of our colleagues, Roxana, even on Sunday. We can see a number of actions here on the right hand side. Like for instance, I can send this document for information in a small notification message to my colleagues if I want them to notice something on this document. I can also start a workflow. I can start a workflow because I'm an AIB Vincent collaborator, so I have the right to start workflows on documents for AIB Vincent. There are a number of base properties of documents that you can see. There is also information about the last version of the document and maybe of any associated workflows. So that's a view on documents and on the details of documents. Let's go back to the folder. That was a document that we have selected. Of course, we have other folders, administrative attachments, client observation notes and technical documents, but I only have documents in the technical documents. We could try to add a document in the administrative zone. This is actually very simple. You can take a document from your browser, just drag it in, and it will automatically ask you to create an administrative document. It's because I dragged it into the administrative zone. Let's say administration document, title, admin, video example, and you can choose a document type. Let's say it's a description or report. You can select attachments to add to it. Those will be documents that are already in the system. I'll just click this. As you can see, I would have to go to MDP, contractors, AIB Vincent. Let's go to technical, where I would have documents that I can select to attach. I'm not going to do that in this case. I'm just going to create a document. It's being uploaded. And as a result, you can see that I have a different view now on documents, and my technical administrative document has been added to the system. We will have a look at that document. It's also going to create a preview. That takes, of course, some time. It has to be happening on the back end. In the meantime, we can look at some of the things you can do. You can edit in Microsoft Office. We can edit it offline because, again, I'm the creator of this document, so I have rights to modify it. We can have a look at the properties here. You can see that it's creating, but also the title I added, the project I selected, the original file name, originator is IBVSOT, the administrative document type that I selected. So those properties are available. You can also modify that if you made an error. So I just clicked on the little pencil, and this allows you to modify the properties. Let's have a look back to the document itself. So here is all the information. You can look at the preview. We can maximize the preview so it's easier to read. Those possibilities are present. I'm not going to edit the properties. So that was the process of adding an administrative document. I will just repeat this in the section of the technical documents, so you can kind of see the difference. I already have 3 documents here. Again, from my desktop, I take a file, I drag it into the zone. The system automatically suggests the technical document, technical document testing 1. Why not? Let's choose a discipline, pollution, building block, with plot lines, let's say +5 as a floor level. There's a technical document type, it could be called a drawing. Serial number, you have to fill this in. It checks that you are filling in a number, so this is your own convention applied by IBVSOT, how to fill in the serial number. I'm going to give it a version index so we can keep track of different versions. What's the date that this document was added? Let's say that's the version date. Actually, it's not when added to the system, it's a date that you as a contractor will assign. What is the official date at which the document was created? Is it the last version? I can check this or not. In this case, it's probably the last version. There's only one. And let's say we have a project phase in the preliminary design project phase. I'm going to save the metadata. The file is being uploaded and it has been added as well. Let me see, it's this one. And we can have a look at the document. In preview, that's the picture that we added. It's actually, is it the Petronas or the new Twin Tower? It's not so important. Again, 2 document actions. You can make a new version of this document that would launch a workflow. As a collaborator, you can add and launch workflows, but you need people with observator access rights and privileges to actually approve new versions of documents. This process will be illustrated in a different video. The properties, we can move it, we can delete it. As long as you have the rights, of course, you can do all those things. You can also share a link. You can just copy a link here and share it with colleagues. Properties are known here, workflow. Let's now look at the search possibilities. So again, this is the MDP project zone. You can see common documents, you can see contractor documents, and you can see the folder structure for the project management team, but you can't see documents in those folder structures. We can see all the documents that are known to IBVSOT. How can you search for a document? Well, let's say that we want to search for tower. It's not in, shouldn't it be? Yes, of course it is in. You have to wait a little bit. So it shows me a preview of 2 documents. So the Petronas Twin Tower. Tower is there as a word. There is also the MDP Operations Manual. Let's have a look at that document. That's a bigger document, so it will take some time to preview. It's 89 pages, but already there we have one of the pages inside the document. We have the version history. We can look at its properties. So here it's created by Paul Janssen. It has a description, but it doesn't have specific technical properties because it's not an MDP working document. Workflow is the reason why you're here. I'm still entitled to see the document. I'm going to an advanced search. Here I could choose, let's say, let's look at the technical document. Title, what can be in? Technical, probably. It searches in sites, you have to switch it to the repository. And then, as you can see here, technical and technical are in here. It's very important if you do a search that you check either in the sites, those are collaboration sites, or you search in the official repository of the system, which you have to switch to. You will also see that there is type ahead here. Let's say that we would search for Tesla. So there is a keyword of Tesla here. You can also look at that document. And that will render a nice design of a Tesla car. So we have seen the home page. This is where you get, let's say, an introductory dashboard to your system. You can see that I've modified documents. Recently I added two, created, modified. This is the activity on the sites. We have been looking at MDP. That's where you can store and find all the documents and share with the contractors and the project team. I had a look at IBV SOT. We can find documents here, and we illustrated the search. So I hope that is a first good impression for you to work with the system. Thank you very much.